Well, that looks interesting. The Fog, directed by John Carpenter, which will be running down the aisles at the Bristol Odeon from Sunday. It's currently showing at the Odeons in Taunton and Cheltenham. Now, 4 famous sons of Swindon have been back this weekend to wish both their families and their fans a happy Christmas. XTC got together a local following at the Affair Club in Swindon before going to London at the height of the 1977 punk invasion. Well, they've since had 7 splendid singles, including that marvellous Making Plans for Nigel, and 4 LPs, the latest being the much-acclaimed Black Sea. In fact, the title track from that LP has been voted one of the top 20 tunes of this year. Well, before we get their Christmas message, here's the lads in action with a number called Towers of London. Passed through Bristol today on their way to a gig in Southampton. I had time to ask Andy Partridge what it felt like to bring fame to Swindon.
Yes, we did it. We did it along with Diana Dawes and other groups.
All the rest of those famous
other big
people
groups from Swindon.
People still say Swindon's a pretty unlikely place for a new wave
It is
group
very
to come
unlikely,
from.
you're right, I don't believe it exists. It's follow the yellow brick road when you get out of Bristol.
Careful, they're watching this in Swindon.
It's all right, it's those little black and white coal TVs they have down there. It is a very unlikely place, yeah. I mean, chances are we should be working in Great Western or something like that. But we're not.
Well, the one thing that's being said today is that with so much unemployment around, kids are turning to music. There's a big resurgence of it in this area because the kids think if there's nothing else to do, let's make music.
Oh, right. Well, that's how we started. I mean, we bumped into each other in a somewhat cider-induced stupor, I think. We were all unemployed and said, let's be rich and famous. And we're still trying. It's not as easy as that. Don't get any ideas in your smart little heads.
What advice would you give the kids of today? I mean, how many of them are going to make it?
It's not as, you don't just sort of plug in and it happens. You have to really fight. You know, nobody gives you anything on a plate. You really have to, if you really want to do it, it takes lots of, you know.
You've got to go to London. It doesn't happen anywhere else bar London, you know.
Yeah, you must pack your little piece of cheese in a spotted hanky and trot up the road where the streets are paved with record contracts. You must fight. It doesn't come easy.
What sort of places do groups play in these days? I mean, the big concert hall thing is dead and gone now, isn't it?
WRVS meetings, you know.
Aidenwick Workingmen's Club.
Actually, the day of the concert hall is not dead. It's just the different stages of gigs. You know, if you can't fill up tiny pubs or clubs when you first start, in which you inevitably can, you build up from those places, and then if you're successful, more people want to see you. And of course, it's wrong to keep out. If 5,000 people want to see you, it's wrong to say, "Oh, we're only going to play a club that holds 500." You know, that's really selfish. So we are progressing to more larger places, something like this. I mean, we've done gigs in America this sort of size, and they've been indoors.
He's such a show-off, that Andy Partridge. Well, the boys will be home for Christmas, mums and dads in Swindon, and they wish all their fans a Merry Christmas too.